foolproof packing tip. Lay everything out like this, and then it really is that simple. Keep going. You got lost on a gangway, really?
Because I saw there was 2 doors. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. There's a fork in the road. Oh.
Hey, where are we going?
Casablanca, Morocco.
It's not a picture.
Oh, hi. Ow.
So the flight hack worked. Empty seat. It's a video, but look, see? Empty seat between us. Flight hack.
Service to Casablanca. So the plane is loaded. Once everybody is comfortably and safely seated, we'll be getting underway. Looking at flight time in the air for 6 hours and 34 minutes. That's about 7 hours gate to gate. Initially cruising at 37,000 feet, and then expecting good flight.
Scratches on there. There's a dent there.
Scratch on the door.
Yep, a scratch on the door just below the lock right there. And then there's a dent in the hood right there. It's hard. Everyone was a bit tired when we arrived in Morocco. We spent the first few days hanging out with our friends, exploring Rabat. And we got our first taste of Moroccan cuisine. Go ahead, I want to see your reaction.
He has couscous in his hair.
How did you get couscous in your hair?
Because he flipped.
Hello. Our first day as tourists we spent on an amazing tour of the old capital of Fez. That included the tannery, an outdoor metalworks, a textile factory, nice, and some local wildlife.
Look at those baby chickens. Purple chickens.
Baby chickens here with different colors.
COVID-19.
Coronavirus.
The virus.
Coronavirus.
Announced that Canada has advised Canadians to curtail non-essential international travel.
Morocco on Friday announced strict border restrictions in response to the coronavirus outbreak.
I want to remind all Canadians that they should avoid non-essential travel outside of our country until further notice. Canadian travelers should return to Canada via commercial means while it is still possible to do so. Let me be clear. If you're abroad, it's time for you to come home.
Just spent hours online, 2 days worth, just to get us to the UK with Air France. Now we still have to get our flights changed from France, or from London back to Canada, because currently we're still booked on a flight from Cairo through London from a week today, and we don't think that flight's ever going to happen. We need to get out sooner than that, because that's how crazy it is right now. We got a flight booked from Morocco to Paris to London Heathrow, but it's already been changed, so we're still flying Morocco to Paris to Heathrow, but now we have to spend the night in Paris, which was not part of the plan, so we have to... This whole thing is crazy, and I don't even know what we're going to do next. We tried to make the most of our last 2 days, which was not easy as the country went into lockdown. We were 5 hours early for our flight and still almost didn't make it due to the long lines for only a few flights. When we arrived in Paris, there was no restaurants open, but thankfully the airport provided free food and water to stranded passengers, and there was a lot of us. We had a 14-hour layover and we were not permitted to leave the airport and no hotel options were available. We found a corner to ourselves and got comfortable. In London, Air Canada was able to switch all 5 of us to a flight later that night. 8 hours later instead of the 5 days of uncertainty that we were facing. Heathrow was more open than we'd seen in Paris. We were actually able to get some proper food. And a treat from the duty free before an uneventful trip home.